Hi, friends. I'm Katie Brinkley, and you're listening to a Rocky Mountain Marketing Quickcast. These bite-sized episodes are released every Thursday and are going to give you the latest news and tips in the world of social media that are happening right now. Let's dive into today's Quickcast episode. It started because of a text message from a friend. He sent me a video and it really about the power of our words. I came home from the mountains over the weekend and about a 3-hour drive, and it really caused me to reflect and think about the power of our words. Social media occupies over 2 hours of our day. Yes, 2 hours a day on average, we are spending on social media, whether that's creating content, liking, commenting, scrolling, 2 hours a day. That's 700 hours a year reacting to content. Now, that's just us as a person reacting to this content. Imagine the power that companies, that businesses have with their social media, potentially reaching millions every single day. And I've thought about this because with the opportunity to reach millions of people every single day, you're one viral TikTok away from reaching 1 million views. What are the words that your business is saying? Because our words shape not just our business narrative, but cultural narratives as well. It shapes how we see the world and how we see each other. Political season is coming up here soon in the United States. It's going to be here before we all know and like it to be here. I'm not going to lie, sometimes I get on social media just for the comment section. But with all that coming in and the power of these words that we're pushing out there on these social media platforms, what kind of communities are we building with our words? And what kind of stories are we sharing each and every day? I was doing some research, and a study from Stanford analyzed over 500 million tweets. And for every one kind and uplifting tweet, there were 3 negative ones. Online conversations are tearing people down rather than building people up. It's so easy to dehumanize when you're behind the screen, when you're behind the keyboard. And really, it's shown outrage is spreading faster than encouragement. You see those negative comments and you want to pop in there and say, oh, well, this isn't true or that, or agree or dislike. But the kind comment gets lost in the shuffle. And this is where I want to keep in mind that words also have the power to heal. Social media really allows us to support more people than ever before. And our voice matters. So how can we wield the power of our voice, the power of our words, more thoughtfully as individuals, not just as businesses, but how can we uplift and inspire one another? As a business, I definitely feel that words have the power to build out your brand. And many times you think of any brand out there, Nike, you know exactly what their words are. Just do it. You hear these words and you can quickly associate them with the brand. And all it takes is one insensitive ad, one silly off-brand viral TikTok, and it will just has the opportunity to destroy decades of building that brand's community. I think that community is one of the most important things of social media. We've gotten into, in a world of chat GPT and going viral and creating more and more and more, a lot of times that constant, uplifting, important message really gets lost in the shuffle. As a business, constantly looking how we can drive more engagement, how we can get more awareness, more reach. And we often lose sight of building the community to rally around our business, to make it feel like we have those people in our corner. As if you're an entrepreneur, trust me, a solopreneur especially, You know how lonely sometimes it can be in the world of entrepreneurship. And it feels like you're the only one climbing up this mountain and you're carrying all of the weight. But when you have that community of supporters that are around you in your business on social media, it makes the journey that much more fun. I was at Podcast Movement last week and I got to see a lot of people that I typically only see at conferences, but it was like seeing friends because I'm a part of their community online. I wanted to sit down and have dinner with them and go to the show with them or sit and have during the happy hours with them because I knew them. I felt like I've spent time with them every day because of the way that they show up with their words. I want you to keep this in mind as you're building out your social media posts as a business and as a consumer, who you're engaging with. How are you showing up? Because again, in a world of social media, it's so easy to just fall into the scroll right past it, to drop that negative comment. But if you're supporting somebody, if you have that friend that is building their business, how hard is it for you to just like it and give them some words of encouragement? Drop a comment in there. I think that this is where we have to kind of go back to, is focusing less on how we are growing, the reach, the metrics. And I know that it sounds, I'm an agency and it sounds crazy to hear me say that. But I really think that we need to focus in on building our community and how can we show up, build our community, and build our business. This is what I talk about in my awareness to action strategy. It's 3 or 4 posts a week. You're posting intentionally and you're creating a community around your business. That's what it does. It's designed to build community, not just drive sales. Sales are great. I want to drive more sales, but I can't just show up every single day and ask people to buy from me. When you have the awareness to action strategy in place, you're going to be building community. You're going to be showing that you're relatable. You're going to be impacting those people so that they want to be your biggest fans. They want to be a part of your community. Maybe they're not ready to buy from you right now, but maybe their friend is, and they want to refer business to you because they feel like they know, like, and trust you. We have to be so mindful of our words. What are we saying? What are we pushing out there into the world of social media? How are you having that strategy so that you can show up less on social media? You can show up and know, hey, I don't need to post every day because my words are still having a ripple effect. If you're not a business on social media, if you're using social media just for enjoyment and to kill time, think about your friends who are using social media for their business. Give them that like, comment on their post because that engagement helps them. And you might not even know it right now, but you might have someone that you want to refer to them in the future. I want you to consider the powers that we have on our phones, on our keyboards, and share compassion over contempt as we move into that tricky political season over the upcoming months. I want you to keep in mind that your voice does matter and it has the power to shift a lot of mindsets. You have the opportunity to build out a community on social media. And I want you, before you hit post, I want you to think not just what do I want to say, but what community do I want to build around my business? What community do I want to be a part of? Because these communities have a power not just change your business, but if you're pushing the right messages out there, you never know who needs to hear your tip, your piece of advice, see that quote, see your video that day. You have no idea who might just need to see what you're pushing out there that day. I want you to keep this in mind as you're building out your social media strategy. If you don't know what kind of community you want to build, if you don't know what it is you want to say, then don't post. Take that break and really be intentional with your time on these platforms. We're getting to be more and more involved with our phones and with these electronics, and computers are writing our posts for us now. How can you show the human side of you? as you are building out your community, as you're building your business, because that's what people are going to want to do business with. They want to do business with the human, not just the social media post that the computer might have written. So you need to be intentional with your time. If you are struggling with how you are posting on social media, if you're wondering, how do I even build a community with social media? Or if just posting 3 or 4 times a week sounds amazing to you and getting some sales, building community, I would love to have you join me for my free masterclass. It's coming up only in Social Profit Lab. If you're not a part of that group yet, let me know. I will send you an invite. It is free to join. The masterclass is free, and it's absolutely going to change the way that you are showing up on social media and building your community around your business. Because as we're trying to grow on social media, it's number one free organic marketing tool out there. It doesn't get any easier to get in front of your target audience other than social media. But what is it that you, as a business, what is it that you are going to say today? And how will your words build your community? I think that you have to keep that in mind before you go ahead and hit post the next time that you're online. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. Make sure to subscribe so that you can continue navigating the world of entrepreneurship. And I'd love to hear from you. Please leave the show a review and connect with me on social media. You can find me on Instagram at @IamKatieBrinkley or connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you're ready to start making some sales on social media, be sure to grab my free guide to selling in the DMs without being spammy. You can get that at katiebrinkley.com. Let's keep taking your marketing to all new heights.